Just when I think America could go or couldn't go any lower, YouTube viewers, then I'll go and read another article here today. I guess it was on my Facebook from Brother Reuben Israel. I'm subscribed to his Facebook page. He and I have talked on the phone numerous times. He runs a much bigger street preaching ministry than I do. But we're, I guess you could say, fellow street preachers. We're colleagues. But I read it. He made a disturbing post. Apparently, one of his fellow preachers committed the horrendous crime of praying in front of the White House and was arrested for that. In the United States of America, you can now be arrested for praying in front of the White House. Can you imagine the founding fathers? Can you imagine what George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and James Madison are doing right now? You know what they're doing? They're rolling over in their graves. Okay, now we have a president sitting in office. By the way, you idiots out there want to vote for another 4 years for this fascist, go ahead. I guarantee you, some of you Christians who are voting for him, go ahead, vote for him another 4 years and see what's going to happen. They want him having the rest of us locked up too. I'm telling you, it's getting pretty scary. United States of America, when you can't even pray on a public street corner or preach, now they want to try to arrest you for it. I would remind the Washington, D.C. Police Department that we do have a First Amendment. It says, Congress shall make no law regarding an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or prohibiting the freedom of speech or the right to peaceably assemble. I would encourage you to read that in the Constitution. That's the supreme law of the land. And so basically by arresting that preacher, you violated his constitutional rights. So be proud of yourselves. You're shredding the Constitution, helping to destroy this country. Yeah, be real proud of yourself, Washington, D.C. PD. I don't see how you can look in the mirror at yourself straight. I don't even see how you sleep at night. And this kind of criminal, thuggish behavior by police, I guess, maybe I shouldn't be too surprised about it. These police, a lot of these guys, they recruit guys or low IQ that just, basically will follow orders. That's what they want, and they find ways to get rid of the good cops. So you can't hardly find them anymore. And most of these cops, they don't know the Constitution. They're constitutionally ignorant. Like, I had a similar experience. I was street preaching in Whitehou and happened to be in the parking lot of a grocery store, which I probably shouldn't have been. But I mean, they've let me do it, and they seemed didn't have a problem with it. Nobody asked me to leave or anything. So I've done it more than once, and supposed to be owned by a Christian business owner. Yeah, right. Anyway, this guy's so Christian. He sells alcohol. I think he said alcohol in this. I know he sells tobacco, I think. And he stays open makes his people work on Sunday. Gee. How Christian of him. Ooh. But, anyway, that's a video for another time. I was standing out there and one of Whitehall's finest shows up. Threatens me, tells me I cannot street preach or minister anywhere in Whitehall. Come to find out, he got corrected on that by the chief of police. We got that resolved because my pastor and one of his pastor friends went down and resolved that issue for me. Basically, come to find out that officer was very much wrong because according to the Supreme Court, even they have ruled that a sidewalk is a free speech zone. So long as I'm on public property, I can do what I want. But obviously on private property, if the business owner asks you to leave, you have to leave. And the point is, nobody asked me to leave. Nobody came out there to talk to me. So if they would have come out there and asked me to leave, I would have left. But nobody did. So they're going to sit there and try to have me arrested for preaching. But anyway, had the same issue in Van Buren, Arkansas. This restaurant across the street. Sister's Bistro. See, they got to get their liquor license, even though Crawford County, I think it's Crawford County, they are supposed to be a dry county, which means no booze, no alcohol. But Sister's Bistro is special. They get to be above the law and do whatever they want. The ungodly gets to, the devil gets to walk down the streets anytime he wants. But no, I can't get across the street on a public sidewalk in a public park and preach the gospel. Oh no, I can't do that. No. I will within my legal rights. I'm not doing anything wrong, but I can't do that. Meanwhile, Ron Hodo at Sister's Bistro over here, he gets to break the law and sell stinking booze outside his establishments. You see the double standard going on here. You see what I'm getting at. You know, it's pretty funny. I guarantee, I guess a bunch of reprobate sodomites could probably get out in front of the White House and picket, and Obama, he'll love that. Oh yeah, they'll love that up there. Oh yeah, you got your rights. Oh yeah, we can't mess with the gays. They got their rights. The sodomites, they got their rights. Or it was a bunch of combat boot wearing beard old hags with pro-abortion posters. They'd be allowed to get out there and protest in front of the White House. But oh no, Bible believing Christians, you can't do that. You see the double standard here? So in the United States of America now, Christians we're losing our constitutional rights. And I've said in other videos, you know, basically what's happening to the Christians, I have a bad feeling. It's somewhat similar to what happened to the Jews in Nazi Germany. Okay, they were vilified. They started passing these laws against them, and eventually it got to the point where they were arrested and detained. And I'm just scared that America is going down that same path for Christians. Okay. Because Christians now, Christian persecution in America is now on the rise. We can thank Obama for some of that, because he is as anti-Christian and anti-God as you can get. 4 more years of this man, I'm scared to think what's going to happen to the Christian churches. But anyway, I'm just doing this video here to speak out on this. It's wrong what happened to this preacher. We do still have our First Amendment in this country, so far as I know. Unless Obama signed something else I don't know about. So I would encourage you Christians out there, we need to stand up against these kind of issues. We need to take a stand for our rights. We need to boldly preach against sin, and I think Christians need to stand up and say, hey, wait a minute, enough's enough. We got our rights too, man. We have a right to our free speech. We have a freedom of association. You know, our preachers have a right to preach what they want from their pulpits. We have a right to witness, distribute literature. Okay, we have a right to peacefully protest and stuff like that. Okay, we shouldn't allow those rights to be taken from us. Because in other situations like Communist Russia and then in Nazi Germany, you see what happens when those rights start to get taken away. The government gets to target certain groups for extermination. You know, so we need to preserve our Constitution. Our Constitution is what makes us different from these other socialist, fascist, dictatorship type countries. Our Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and it codifies in law. It puts it in stone what protects our individual freedoms that come from God. Not government, God. The Founding Fathers believed that we are endowed by our Creator with inalienable rights. So thank you, and God bless you.